It's
There's
with an
Ashlea,
A
right?
at the end. Yeah, it is spelled Ashlea, not Y. I'm not the
Ashlea.
same as every other Ashley you meet.
You're not.
Ashlay? Or no
No,
Y?
A.
L.A. Ashlaw.
Yeah.
Ashla? Ashla?
No, no, it still said Ashley.
Even though it's spelled
It's
Ashla?
not spelled. Yeah, it's
No,
Ashla.
it's
It's
Ashley.
EA, not just A.
It's just
E.A.
not
Oh,
Y.
it's EA.
It's
Yeah,
I know there's
Ashlea.
a lot of
you got it. You
Ashleys
got
with
it.
Y
It's
at the end.
Ashlea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a differentiating variable there.
Okay.
Yes.
So, hello, Ashley, and welcome to Talking to
Hi,
Funny
Eric.
People. Hi, I'm host Eric. This is Nick, OG Patrick, non-host Mark. We got additionally Jordan, ENTP, Lance, and we've got you, type yet to be determined. So, let me ask you a couple of quick
And
questions.
Nick somewhere in there.
Did I say Nick? Did I not say Nick? I thought I started with you. Did I start with you? No? Oh, okay. My bad, Nick. And Nick.
Shame on you.
Nick is
And
here
Nick.
too. You can see him. You can see him in the picture. He's right down here in the corner. And he is
Very nice.
looking ready to roll. He's got that game face on. All right, now, Ashley, let's see if you got your game face on. If you had to play a game right now, it was going to last 1 hour, and you could choose any game you wanted, but it had to be widely consensus. Everybody agrees, yes, that's a game of some sort. What game would you play for an hour?
Any game at all?
Anything at all. You have to choose
Like
one. Though. Yeah,
with other people?
when you say I want this game and it requires 11 other people, then 11 other people suddenly show up, or robots to fill in the slots or whatever.
Oh, I want to play a really fun game.
What kind of game? Would you like? What do you prefer? Cards? A card game? Do you prefer card?
No card games. Oh my goodness.
What about board games? Do you like board games?
Eh,
Do you like computer games?
no.
Do you like
Duck, duck, goose.
sport games?
No.
Word games.
Like really fun game where you run around and stuff.
Yeah.
Tag.
Duck, duck, goose.
Not tag.
Do you like hide and
has
go
a-
seek?
No.
Capture the flag.
Oh, capture the flag's fun. Yeah, capture the flag. That's what I play.
All right. Okay.
It's fun.
Now, on this capture the flag game, you got two teams and they each have 6 people, and you've been appointed the captain of your team. Are you happy about that or sad? Or something else?
I don't know.
Would you stay captain or make somebody else captain?
Do I have to do something special as captain?
Yeah, you gotta be like, come on, Heather, pick up your fucking game. What the fuck's wrong with you? You gotta do that kind of stuff.
No. Oh my goodness, no.
You could have a different captain style than that. Maybe you're
leading the troops, though, in whatever way you do it.
Nah, someone else can be captain.
Okay. Do you feel as though if I were to pull 5 random objects that are each worth the same amount of money out of your house, and I said, do you know which of these objects you like the most? Keep in mind that they're all worth the same amount of money. How quickly would you feel comfortable answering that question?
If what?
I pull 5 random objects from your room, your house, your personal objects. Okay, I pull 5 of them. Each of them is worth the same amount of money, which is not a lot of money, but each of them has use or value to you. Okay, and I say, which one of these 5 do you personally value the most? Do you like most? Would that be an easy question to answer or a difficult one?
I don't know. It depends on the items.
I'm talking about 5 random items that are things you maybe use regularly, like a mirror in your room or something, and or I don't know, like if you have some sort of like stuffed animal thing or like a statue or something. I don't random things.
Yeah, I could probably tell you.
What is something you have that you like a lot, even though it's not? It's just for sentimental reasons. Do you have something like that?
Yeah, stuffed animal with big eyes.
Okay. And do you feel strongly?
Huge eyes.
If I accidentally went over to your house and lit it on fire and pooped on it, would it upset you a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
To go on our house? You like gotta climb up on the roof, Eric, and just on the chimney? Like what location would you take this poop?
I said it was an accident, okay? I accidentally went to her house, lit the thing on fire,
Oh.
and pooped on it. It was an accident.
Okay.
I stumbled, fell, landed at her house with fire on me, and poop coming out of my butt. I don't know.
I see.
All right, so if you have to go to a summer camp, you've got your meeting at it's a very small summer camp. There's only 7 people in the summer camp. It's a summer camp to teach you how to become a supervisor in the corporate environment of Office Depot. Okay, so but it's they instead of giving you a training session, they give you summer camp for some reason. So it's sleepover summer camp, and you have to stay in a dorm.
Sounds fun.
So so it sounds fun. Now, when you show up on the first day, do you feel comfortable that you're going to be able to make friends with these people, none of whom know each other, or are you worried about that?
Worried.
Okay. If you were going to try, if like everybody was super shy and it looked like they were all waiting for somebody else to go introduce him or herself, would you be that person who goes and introduces herself?
Yes.
You would be. And in doing so, would you ask the other people about themselves, or would you tell them something about yourself?
I would ask them about themselves.
What is something you might ask them?
Where are you from?
Nick, go ahead.
Do you think about what you're going to say in a conversation, like thoroughly before you call somebody, or do you just call them and find the conversation as it comes?
Important conversation or not? Because sometimes I'll get really impulsive, but other times, like, I'll think about what I'm gonna say like 10 million times before I say it.
How much time do you spend thinking about what you're going to say 10 million times before you say it?
Like, write it all out, make sure I have it memorized. But it depends on how important. That does not happen often. Only for
So that's
very
for like a job interview or something serious.
no, probably not a job interview, but probably like a serious conversation with a friend or something.
Okay. Because do you do that because you often speak without thinking otherwise, or
Just don't want to say anything bad and mess it up, or say something stupid.
Okay, let's say I'm a friend that you know well. You've been friends with me for a while now, and I come to you and I say, Ashlea, listen, I've got a real problem I want to tell you about. I am so sad right now. You know Trisha? You know how Trisha and I were going out?
Uh-huh.
She dumped me for Stan because Stan has a better hat collection, and I'm really heartbroken. Now,
Oh my
what's your response?
Well, I would help her.
Don't tell
I'd
me
be
what you
like-
would respond. I am she. You talk to me. I'm he. I'm a guy. I'm having problems with Trisha. You talk to me directly.
He broke up with Trisha.
You broke
Trisha
up
left
with
her for
Trisha.
Stan because he's a better
Oh,
hat
okay.
collection.
Okay,
I'm
Eric.
Kevin. I'm your old friend Kevin.
You deserve way better than Trisha. She's obviously super superficial.
But
For
I
breaking
love her.
up.
But she's so special to me.
No, you don't.
I don't.
You will find better, and it will be okay. And just let me give you a hug, and everything will be okay. You'll find someone way better than stupid Trisha. You deserve so much more.
Thanks, Ashley. I feel a lot better now. Trisha, that
Oh, so
bitch.
good!
How many different ways can you think of to talk about dogs? Here's an example. I'll give you 2 example ways. Example way 1. The change of dogs over time, like evolutionarily, like how the species has changed. A number two way of talking about dogs. A personal story in which I met a dog one time.
Yeah.
Okay, so now can you come up with more ways to talk about dogs that are different ways in the way that the two examples were different ways?
Yes.
What are they?
Well, I can tell you about these dog cats that I really want. They're so cool. They're cats, but they're exactly like dogs. And I can tell you about many different breeds of dogs and how some dogs are way smarter than others, especially my dog. He's a very smart breed. And when they're smarter, they can be very rebellious because when they're smarter, they like to take advantage of you, etc.
Anything else? Other ways? You told me so far. You said you could talk about how some dogs are smarter than others. You could talk about how if they are smarter, they're rebellious. What's another way you could talk about dogs?
I can tell you about Savannah dogs.
The what? The
Savannah dog cats.
okay, yeah, the dog cats. Okay, so what else? Anything else besides the ones you've already said?
Nope.
Okay. Anybody else want to ask a question before I proceed forward? Anybody waiting to get in? Okay. Do you think that truth is discovered or created?
Wait. What do you mean created? Like it was
By
already
people.
there?
By people, I mean. Do you think that do people create truth or do people discover truth? For example, you can think of examples that seem to fit more closely to both ways. But I'm asking you, in general, which do you feel is more like truth in general?
Not create.
What?
Not create.
Okay. Um, do you think that?
Are you messy?
Yeah. Thank you.
Or would you consider yourself messy or organized? Which one suits you more?
Organized. Organized, yeah.
If somebody forgets your birthday and they're a pretty good friend of yours, and they said they were going to come to your party, but then they just didn't show up, and then you talk to them later, they're like, "Oh my god, I just flaked. I'm so sorry. I forgot about it. You totally spaced out about it." Does that bother you?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, if I asked you to, your job is to explain to those people over there exactly how to transport a set of misshapen, different shaped objects from one location to another location across this canyon using a rope pulley. They're gonna have to set up a pulley across with rope. You got all the stuff there. You're gonna have to direct them. You don't have to do anything yourself. You've got to come up with a set of steps that they're gonna follow to do the thing. How challenging do you find that task?
Well, as long as I know what I'm doing, it's not going to be challenging.
If I asked you to break down the process of eating breakfast into 8 steps, could you do that?
Yes. I'm thinking of the first 8 steps, so.
Eating breakfast in 8 steps. Go.
You walk into kitchen. Decide what you're gonna eat. Get utensils. Get ingredients to make food. Make food. What number am I on?
5.
Okay, make food. Add drink to your meal. Bring food to table. Pray and enjoy food.
Pretty good. That's an interesting test I haven't really given here before. That's the test of if I were to try to get students to do expository speeches, especially in elementary or in middle school, because I really try to give them concrete instructions for that level. And I got to break something into 8 steps. It's hard to do for anybody, including adults, because you get partway through and you go, "Oh shit, I put them too close together," right? Or I front loaded too much. I put too many small steps at the beginning. Now my last 2 steps are going to be cook and make the food and put it on the table and then eat it. You know, so then you have that problem. You didn't have that problem. I think it's interesting.
Do you find it difficult to talk about your feelings?
Yes.
Are you at ease in being with like if you're around a big group of people, do you feel uneasy or more relaxed?
Uneasy.
Do you find it difficult to talk to new people?
Yes.
Do you prefer a slower paced or a fast paced environment?
Slower.
Do you prefer to, when you're making a decision, do you think about how it affects other people more or yourself more in the overall scheme of things?
When
Or
other people, yeah.
Or do you value the logic of something more than the consensus is,
Lead, follow, or get out of the way.
What?
Would you like to lead, follow, or get out of the way?
Get out of the way.
Okay.
If you
do you
go
feel
to
that
an,
you overanalyze things?
What?
Do you think you overanalyze things?
Sometimes, I guess. Yes. Probably, actually, yeah.
If somebody sends you a text message, how likely are you to conclude something like this? Oh, I wonder what he or she meant when they said this. That's kind of weird. I wonder what that means. How likely are you to think that on any random text message?
Very. Especially if it's mystical.
Is it better to have too many cats or too few?
What?
Is it better to have too many cats or too few cats?
Too many cats or too few cats?
It's better to have too few.
Why?
if you go,
Because then you can just foster other cats.
No, you can't have too few cats and then get more cats.
You can foster, you don't keep them.
But that okay, that's pretty tricky. That's pretty legalistic.
Mm.
That's really legalistic. I like that. Go ahead, Jordan. Sorry I cut you off.
so you go out to party with a group of friends, and are you the one that is watching the DD to make sure that they don't drink, or are you the one that's like, well, it doesn't matter who drinks or not, we're calling an Uber anyway?
I would never go to a party, probably.
Okay.
Probably just call an Uber.
You won a trip to one of 3 tropical destinations. Well, 3 destinations. Which one do you choose? The tropical destination, Hawaii. The European destination, Paris, France. Or the African savannah experience in Nigeria.
Paris, France, Europe.
What would you do? You feel as though Europe? How do you think that Europe is substantially different than the United States?
Kind of, but
How are Europeans different than Americans? What do you think? If somebody asked you that question, what would your answer be?
well, they have different words than us for something.
Okay, that's true. How easy do you think it is for you to take action, to be decisive and say, "Oh, I need to do this thing." You just go, "Well, of course, I'm just going to get right on it. I'm going to get it done." Or is it difficult for you to get shit done? You might make a decision to do something, but you may change your mind or not follow it through or something like that.
Yes, difficult.
It's difficult.
It depends. Like, sometimes I'm super motivated and I'll do my homework. Like, 2 weeks in advance, but it just depends.
She does homework a lot of times and way in advance. I mean, she'll be 2 weeks ahead of schedule, stuff like that.
No, because then you
Wow,
have.
a lot compared to me, Eric. Like she's on top of it.
No, I had an essay due tonight. I procrastinated.
Yeah, that's different though. You're on break. You're having on vacation and stuff.
Okay.
ISFJ.
I don't. She's not. I think it's too early to make that call. I don't know yet. I don't feel like I don't have a clear understanding of it yet.
Do you know her type? Not host Mark?
I thought I did, but I'm questioning it now.
All right, let me ask more questions because I want to find out. We need to figure out what her 7th slot is.
She played Pictionary. We played Pictionary with her family the other day, and she was doing really good guessing. Like she was on it and really good. And she
just because you guys,
brought home the victory. That's what she did.
because people would just stop guessing stuff, and you just have to keep guessing random things that remind you of it.
Right. I feel like that's any. Like I feel like her any's behind.
No,
Yeah, I do
there's no-
too.
There's no doubt that her NE is high because of the way that she dealt with the expository thing. Being able to think on the fly like that and organize ahead to shoot out with TI a little bit ahead is an ENTP thing. INTPs have much broader scope with it, but we're the ones who do it in real time, improvisational style.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think that types can change over time?
I think some Enneagram types change. The second 2 numbers of your tri-type change over time, but I don't think that your cognitive function preferences change over time. Although you evolve and become less constrained by your natural preferences, and that's really what it is. Is naturally we don't really have enough conscious awareness of our own cognition to practice and get used to the idea of thinking through more than 4 manners of attention actively. But as you get more and more familiarized with cognitive functions and start thinking about the way you're thinking, I've become much more comfortable with cognitive functions that I used to outright be antagonistic towards. Things like introverted feelings and extroverted thinking. I still don't like rules, but you know.
But I feel like she's also good with introverted sensing stuff, which is weird since her NE's high. Like she is organized and clean and I don't know. She's like good at scheduling things and knowing how much to do of one thing at a certain time before she goes on to the next thing and stuff like that.
I've got.
Go ahead,
You
Jordan.
ask a lot of open-ended questions. Oh, sorry.
I've got another question for Ashley. Is your socializing preference one of one-on-ones, or is it more? Would you rather socialize in groups generally?
Probably one-on-one.
Who else has any in the 3rd slot besides ESFJ?
ESTJ.
ESTJ?
ISTJ.
Oh,
ISTJ.
Is it in the 3rd slot?
Or that the 4th slot. Maybe the 4th slot.
Yeah, who has it in the 3rd? It's got to be
Yeah.
ESFJ and ESTJ.
ESTJ. Okay. So the thing is, I'm trying to figure out the NE would seem. First of all, you seem more TE in general, but let's look at that. Let's try to figure out TETI better. Is it more important to achieve an outcome or to do it right? To achieve the outcome in a timely fashion or to achieve it in the most correct fashion? That need to be on time or perfect?
Well, if like it's a homework assignment that's due, then on time. So you don't turn it in after the due date.
Is it better for you to explain something correctly or understand something correctly?
Is it better for me to what?
Explain something correctly or understand something correctly?
Understand.
If you receive a book in the mail this Wednesday, then you have already received some flowers in the mail this past Sunday. This upcoming Wednesday, you don't receive a book in the mail. What can you conclude?
Okay, so I receive flowers and I don't receive them.
Do you want me to repeat it? I'll repeat it. If you receive a book in the mail this upcoming Wednesday, that means you already have received flowers in the mail this past Sunday. Wednesday comes up and you don't receive a book in the mail. What can you conclude?
Didn't get flowers.
Okay. How about this one? It's if you have received already flowers on Sunday, then you will receive a book in the mail on Wednesday. Now you don't receive a book in the mail on Wednesday. What can you conclude? I'm not trying to look. Most people don't ever get these questions right, so don't feel any pressure to get them right. They're designed to see how you process through them. Just go ahead and think it through, or say whatever you want to say about it.
Okay, so if I get flowers on Sunday, then I get a book on Wednesday.
Listen to how it's phrased, because it's got to be phrased a certain way. Okay. If it is the case that you have already received flowers on Sunday, then you will receive a book on Wednesday. Wednesday comes. You did not receive a book on Wednesday. You don't receive it. What can you conclude? What's the best way to improve? I keep having a problem with clutter and not having a good space in my house. What's the best way to fix that? Do you have any quick tips for me to help me fix my clutter in my house?
Sit down and clean it.
Sit down and clean it? Okay.
Get on it, Aaron.
I've got my theory. Oh, we can ask more questions, but I've got my theory.
I want to hear
Theory.
ESTJ.
ESTJ.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's a TENE combo.
So my ma is an ESTJ, and she really gets along with my ma, and my ma gets along with her. Do ESTJs get along with one another?
Yeah, I mean, most types will get along great at first if they're the same type. It's the identity relationship in socionics. It says you're same type, you'll get along with them great at first. Over time, they may become. It's not going to be a super enriching experience because neither person has a lot to learn from the other person. But they do.
What do you think between you and my ma?
I wouldn't openly talk about someone in front of them.
Okay, so my ma openly talks about people in front of the person if they're in the room to another person about that person.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because that, I
My
don't know, I
dad's
just,
an ESTJ. He wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't?
Well, and look at how they make decisions and how they initially interact with things or react to it, something.
Yeah, and then she's pretty introverted too.
If I was so also.
I mean, I don't buy ISFJ because her NE is higher than 4th. I don't buy ISTJ because same reason. Her NE is higher than 4th.
Okay.
And I think she's TEFI, I believe.
He's I think definitely Delta.
You said she's definitely FI, or did you say she's definitely TI?
Definitely Delta.
Sorry, definitely Delta.
Which means what? I don't
hey, what's the
remember.
answer to that question?
STJs at FPs.
Okay.
It's the answer to the question.
Oh, the answer
About
is
the-
about the book? Okay.
Yeah.
The first way I asked it, you cannot conclude what you concluded. The second way I asked it, you can conclude what you concluded. The reason is because the first way I asked it was, if you receive a book on Wednesday, that means you received a book on Sunday. Now, you don't receive a book on Wednesday, it doesn't mean you definitely didn't receive a book on Sunday. It just means you can't conclude that you did. But if I say, if you already received flowers on Sunday, then you will receive a book on Wednesday, and you don't receive that book on Wednesday, well, then you definitely didn't receive the flowers first, because if you had received them, you would have received the book.
Oh.
So the first example is a fallacy called affirming the consequent. The second one is a valid form of reasoning called modus tollens, where the negation of the consequent of a conditional negates the antecedent of the conditional. So if I say if A then B, not B, therefore not A, that's modus tollens. The second part of the conditional, the B, is called the consequent. The first part of the conditional, the A, is called the antecedent. So modus tollens says if you negate the consequent of a conditional, you can logically deduce the negation of the antecedent of the conditional. But the one I gave you, you can't conclude because you don't have the first one. You definitely don't have the second one. Just because if I'm a pig, I breathe, doesn't mean that because I'm not a pig, I don't breathe. See?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't have an absolutely firm conclusion, but you definitely seem to me to be FITENESI. So that would be, I guess, delta quadra, right, Patrick?
Yep.
Yeah. So
What's the other one in the?
I don't think you're an F above T though. I think you're a T above F.
Do you want to be seen as strong and capable in other eyes and do not like being seen as weak or incapable?
Sure.
More so than, what would be the second?
Would you rather be seen as strong or kind?
Kind.
Would you rather be seen as capable or clever?
Capable.
Would you rather get good work done or be perceived as having accomplished something great, but not actually having gotten work done? Would you rather get good work done but not receive recognition, or receive recognition but not actually get good work done?
No, definitely get good work done, not receive recognition.
Okay. If you get good work done, does that mean you've completed something, or can you get good work done and leave it incomplete?
I need to complete something.
ESTJ, it's got to be.
Yeah, I think it's cut and dry. Those questions right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty solid on my answer. I mean, I never know for 100% with anybody, but I believe you to be, Ashley, an ESTJ like my father, who's an ESTJ. I respect your type immensely. I love my father very much. He's a great ESTJ. ESTJs are A-okay in my book. I have another friend in the Loaf who's also an ESFJ called Alarino. He's always super cool. And if you're an ENTP, then the ESTJ is your your benefactor type. So they help ENTPs because they give us structure and stuff. They say like, here, you can benefit from my structure, ENTP. That's what ESTJ. That's what my ESTJ dad did for me, basically.
She always reminds me when my homework's due. Like I don't even know when it's due. She's like, it's due then.
There you go.
Like remind me of stuff that I don't get done.
TESI.
Are you an ENTP, not host Mark?
Yeah.
SQ.
Yep. All right. Well, my phone's about to die. We're over here at IHOP. We're gonna go back in. Andrew's sitting in IHOP, probably wondering where the heck we've been.
Thank
So
you
we're
for
gonna go
bringing. Thank you for bringing bring her here, and I think that's gonna be a really good video. I'm gonna stop it right now and put it up there. Thanks a lot for participating. Enjoy
Nice
your
meeting you.
ESTJ-ness.
We'll see you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thanks, Ashley.
That was nice. Wasn't that nice? That was nice.